Celebrity Dish now with one of our faves, Brandon McLaughlin. Do you feel lifted?
He's here.
After hearing from the divine O?
100%. She can say 2 words and I feel uplifted.
Are we melting yet?
Absolutely. I melt even just looking at the woman. I mean, she's so impactful. Her verbiage, her words, it's so well done. I mean, so well deserved.
Yeah. Well, you're giving Candy Cane realness.
Candy Cane realness. That's what I woke up. That's what I was given this morning.
Wait, take a look at. Let's look at the fingers there.
I was gonna say and the nails. And the nails.
There we go.
Candy Cane realness.
How you doing your thing?
Red
Doing
and white.
his
You're
thing.
bringing it, Brandon. First up, since we're talking to Color Purple, let's get into a Color Purple controversy. In a recent interview with Oprah, it dropped a little tidbit about the film's casting and who executives originally wanted to lead in the roles. So we're going to bring in producer Chris. Chris, the names I heard, I did not have on my bingo card, I have to tell you.
Listen, when money gets involved, when these studios get involved, they start putting pressure on the producers to cast the big name, the one who are going to put the butts in the seats, if you will. And the 2 names that they came up with, according to Oprah, are Beyonce and Rihanna. So she spoke with the Hollywood Reporter about the pressure to produce a hit film. She said, quote, listen, if you're doing this film for $30 or $40 million, the interest in the cast would be very different. Once the film moved to $90 to $100 million, then everybody wants us to bring Beyonce or Rihanna. So we're sitting in a room saying, listen, we love Beyonce, we love Rihanna, but there are other actors who can do this job. Obviously, you see the actors who they did pick, Fantasia, Danielle Brooks, and Taraji P. Henson right there. But Marissa, you said on Twitter, or X as it's known now, that you could see Beyonce in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, look at Chris looking at my feed. I did, and you all hear me out. Hear me out. I think Taraji P. Henson did an amazing job, a phenomenal job as Suge Avery.
That's my girl.
All right,
Okay.
but I do think Beyonce would have done a great job
In the Suge role?
Yes, with the sensual nature of the character.
Yeah.
I think Beyonce could have brought a lot to it. But I would not change the current casting. You all don't.
She's like, just to make it clear. Don't come at her.
Things to say.
Fantasia, Danielle Brooks, both now nominated for Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Riri, I don't see her.
I don't see
even anywhere close to purple, not red, not blue. I just don't see her in the rainbow for this movie.
Not at all. What do you think about this? Do you think that there is somebody who could also be on the list for this that wasn't named in this?
Ooh, Michelle Obama?
Oh.
Well, she didn't sing. You need somebody who's gonna maybe she does. We don't know.
I've heard her sing. I've heard her sing. I have. Yes. I don't know. I feel like she, just impactful, the way she carries herself, she would be a good candidate.
She would definitely get people in the seats.
She would get them in the seats, and that's what I was kind of getting at with that.
She would. Jennifer Hudson would have also done incredibly well in this one, which I feel like.
She had her chance with Dreamgirls, I think. You know, now give it Fantasia a whirl.
Oh, okay.
She had her musical.
I guess she can eat too.
But yeah, this is, I love Beyonce. I would not call her a great actress, but I do think she would have done a great job with the Suge character specifically.
But she wouldn't have had time this year, would she?
Oh, no, not with the tour and everything.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
She's a little busy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys, let's move on to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Last week, we talked about Megan Thee Stallion, talking about her favorite, Grand Dame, Karen Huger. This morning, though, we're learning about another celebrity fan of the franchise and who their favorite may be. It's Gayle King, Oprah's bestie, but she's got a soft spot, appears, for Juan and Robin. Take a listen.
What's your take on Robin deciding, you know what, Juan can do his thing?
Listen, I really like Robin and I really like Juan, and I just think people should leave them alone and let them figure out what they want to do. I really do.
Yes.
Everybody's all in it. Everybody's judging it. Anybody who's been in a relationship knows that it's hard.
Yeah.
So they figured out whatever it is seems to be working for them.
Yes.
So I say leave them alone.
All right, you heard it right from her. That
agree.
was from last night's episode of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, posted by our friends over at the Jasmine brand. So what do you guys think? Should we start leaving them alone?
I agree. So I was actually just at a watch party with a good girlfriend of mine, Ashley Darby, who you know, she's been here on the show. And I said that. I think just leave the girl alone. I think she's been put through too much. I think she knows what the real issues are. It doesn't have to be broadcasted and showcased every time you see it. As a good friend, you have to look at somebody and say, I know you know, but I don't have to say it.
Yeah,
And
it's their
move on
battle
from
to
there.
fight at the end of
It's
the
their
day,
battle
no
to
matter
fight.
what advice you give.
They don't have to tell you about it. They don't have to tell you the details. At the end of the day, a relationship is between two people. It's not their best friend. I understand that we're on a TV show and it's reality TV, but you know they just want to talk about it and talk about it. The horse is dead. Leave them alone.
But that is a major plot of the actual show. And I will say this. it is quite bizarre, some of the things that we're seeing play out on the screen between two couples. Not actually bizarre in terms of people who've not done this before, but I think for us, in the scape of all the other relationships on the show, this is one that sticks out prominently.
Yeah. And I should mention, I know way too much about Gail and Oprah.
Oh, yeah.
We should say that Gail went through infidelity with her husband a long time ago and walked in on a situation.
So
I think she
soft spot for that.
understands,
Yeah.
where she's coming from. And she's basically telling all of us to take several seats and mind our business.
That's right. Sorry, Chris, to cut you off.
No. You were right on theme, though, because what I was going to say, devil's advocate, I think for some fans, Robin didn't really have that much of a storyline in previous seasons.
This is all I'm saying.
They were actually talking about whether she deserved to come back in this cast. So I do think that is one of the main reasons that we are seeing that storyline so prominent.
Still a business, you know?
Needed the drama.
Yeah.
Speaking of infidelity, though, let's talk about Cardi B and Offset now, because Offset is denying the claims that he cheated on Cardi B with rapper and what my script says is hot mess Krishan Rock. So Krishan's ex Blueface accused her of cheating with Offset after she claimed Blueface was not the father of her son. Offset eventually got involved when he denied Blueface's claims, saying he's never talked to nor touched Krishan. Cardi reacted to the claims by telling fans she's been single for a minute now and that she plans to start 2024 fresh. So I think hot mess pretty much summed this story up, guys.
The fact that he said, I did not talk to or touch. You could have just left it, talk to.
We
He had to make it clear.
We get the rest of it. The rest of it's implied.
Stand on business. Stand on business, Offset now.
Oh, man, this is another relationship we know way too much about or way too invested in.
Well, and I think it's more of
Yeah.
him that makes way too vested. He gets on stage and says, bring me back. And, you know, she tries to keep a lot of it private. He makes it
Does
very
she?
public. I mean, I feel like, but then she has to come back out later
On
after he gets on
Instagram
stage.
Live.
Right, it's the back and
Yes.
forth.
You know, so I think, I mean, every time you see him big on stage and he's got dancers behind her trying to say, you know, take me back, she has to come back. And sometimes maybe she does. She's like, I've had it. I'm going to say it first. So I don't blame the girl.
I just want so much more for them.
Well, he didn't talk to or touch. Just
didn't talk
remember
to or
that.
touch.
Just to make it
Don't
clear.
remember
Touch,
anything
Nor
else.
touch. It's the nor for me. All right, guys, we got to wrap things up because amidst everything else that's going on in the region, we do have to acknowledge it is a big day for all the Swifties because it
It's
is
her
Taylor
birthday.
Swift's birthday. So happy
Should
birthday,
we sing
Taylor.
happy birthday
If
to
you're
you?
not watching. However, she kicked off the birthday celebrations early. She was out in New York City last night, star-studded dinner, which included Selena Gomez, actor Miles Teller, and his wife, Keely. Taylor took a bite out of the Big Apple after spending time with boyfriend Travis Kelce in Kansas City. We know he's got big plans for her, according to reports in Page 6, so we'll have to see what those birthday plans include, guys.
I want to see the receipts
You're
of that one.
super excited about her birthday, Brandon.
I am a Swiftie. I think that she's just absolutely changed our nation. I think that the people and her following, her heart. And that's what I adore about her. I mean, the Time magazine, it was so well deserved, but it is. You can't not like her. You can not like her music, but for me, if I hear anyone not like her, I'm like, I don't like you. Like, I just feel like there's something with that person. She's just a sweetheart. You can tell that when she walks by, she stops for the kids.
Yeah, I love that on the red carpet.
Yes, every moment she'll be walking out. It was late night the other night in New York, and she got almost to the Suburban, and she got in her peripheral, like mom mode, and she looked over and goes, move. And it was one little girl that wanted a picture, and it melted my heart. I mean,
Well, as a fan, if she's watching, what do you have to say to her on her birthday?
invite me next year.
Well, I'm
Invite me to
coming
your
too.
party
I'm
next
your
year.
plus one. I'm inviting myself.
Give me a +1.
Yeah. Happy birthday,
Yes.
Tay.
Happy birthday, honey.
She's had an incredible year, and she deserves all the accolades.
Yes, you do.
We know
Yes, you
that.
do.
Round of applause.
Round of applause.
Round of applause
for Brandon. Thank you for coming.
Awesome. Thank you
Good
so
to
much
see
for
you.
having me again.
You got to tell me
Always
about the
good to have you.
nails. I love
Girl,
it.
I
That's
got you.
hot. All right. Holly.
All right, guys, thank you.